Hello, everyone. Welcome back, and thank you for being with me today on my channel, Tantra and Tarot with Kelly. I'm your guide, Kelly, and today we will be discussing the new moon in Virgo. Since this new moon opposes Neptune, it's going to be important to end any confusion in your life and have a fresh start and a practical plan. By looking within and listening to your intuitions, answers will be sent to you on the best way to do this for yourself. It is an excellent time to start new habits as they pertain to health, organization, and work. If you feel lost in the shuffle, start a new pattern for yourself so that things run smoothly. Stay in your own lane and watch out for getting pulled down in situations that are other people's responsibility. Everyone needs to do their own inner work, even if that is difficult to witness. Overall, when our mentality is of an organized nature, there is less that can be confused and or deceived, and life seems to run smoother. For today's reading, I will be using the Naked Heart Tarot by Julian C. Wilde. So let's see what else the universe has to tell us about the new moon in Virgo. I have the Naked Heart Tarot here, and I also have that Animal Spirit deck. So we will pull one of those as well to see how that fits into the big picture. So I'm going to start by shuffling the deck, and we will see what we get. Traditionally, the Virgo card is the Hermit, so that may come out. Also, Virgo is an earth element, and so we may also receive some Pentacles cards. And we'll just see what we get. Shuffle a few times here. All right, let's do one more time, and then I will cut the deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Spirit of Pentacles. We'll see if that comes back into play as we read the cards for the new moon. Got a main energy, and then I will take a past, a present, and a future card. The main energy we have is the movement of swords. The past energy is the Ace of Cups. The present energy is the Judgment card. And the future energy is the Four of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, after I cut, I have the Devil card. So how do I see this relating to the new moon in Virgo? The movement of swords is a lot of fast-moving thoughts and messages coming in. It is the Knight of Swords. And with this new moon being ruled by Mercury, since Virgo is a sign of Mercury, we may find that there are a lot of swift-moving thoughts in our heads, a lot of things coming in and out that need to be organized and dealt with. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to have that much going on in our head, and so it's important to take time to sort through what it is that you're thinking so that it doesn't become overwhelming. The past energy, being the Ace of Cups, states that at this time it's important to love yourself first, to fill your own cup first, to do what you need to do for you, and to feel joyful about doing that. There may be new things that you are falling in love with as far as habits and experiences that have been fulfilling in such a way that you're ready for a new beginning in a certain area of your life, wherever Virgo represents in your house system. With the center energy being judgment, judgment is the major arcana that we find in this reading. So this is a very important card. With Judgment, things have a tendency to come back from the past so that we have the ability to either redo or find a better way to, I say, look within so that we don't make mistakes that we've already made. There will be a chance to look at yourself from a perspective of, is this truly me? Is this something I want to rehash or bring back? Like a rising of the dead, perhaps you'll hear from somebody you haven't heard from in a while. Is that someone you want to bring back? Or is that something that needs to remain in the past? So Judgment can also feel like we're judging ourselves or being judged by others. And only you can judge yourself. If others judge you, you don't have to take those words into your heart space. You've fallen in love with who you are. So anything that comes about that says, I don't agree with what that is, it's important to be centered with who you are so that maybe these quick words and messages coming through just may or may not apply. And that, like always, is up to you to determine how you want to assimilate information that's coming into you. With the future energy being the Four of Cups, there may be things that you just say no to now. Perhaps there's an offer on the table that's coming towards you that's just not of interest. That is 100% okay. It's important to learn how to say no, and it's important to also decide emotionally what fits with where you're at. This could represent boredom, but I also think it also is a time to just sit and be with yourself. With the Hermit card, always looking within for his answers. When we look in for our answers, sometimes things that we used to enjoy just don't seem enjoyable anymore. And that's perfectly okay. And being alone or being by yourself or just not being interested in what may be available is 100% okay. So know that within yourself so that there's no confusion or complication in making decisions of that nature. With the Devil being on the bottom, there could be some addictions or triggers. Also, some things you're attaching yourself to that may not be important. It's a hard thing to let go of things that brought us satisfaction on a material plane. However, with a higher centered spiritual energy, what we have on the earthly plane sometimes no longer appeals to us. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and let's take one more card from the Animal Spirit deck to see how we can get a little bit more information about this. Ooh, wants to be that one. I love it. This is the Black Egg card. The black egg represents your throat chakra. And with all of these messages coming through and the new moon being ruled by Mercury, it's important to understand the thoughts that are being sent down and whether or not they represent the truth for you. Creativity comes from the throat chakra. And how hard is it to be creative when we have negative energy coming down from our thoughts? And you have the opportunity to believe it or not. You can set it aside and say, this no longer serves me. Or you can determine for yourself what words that you can use to help yourself feel confident and have that strength that you need when you express yourself. And however you express yourself, make sure that you're expressing your truth and not just what somebody else wants to hear. Have a wonderful day. For our meditation today, we will be practicing Nadi Shodhana with Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana means to raise up or fly upwards. Bandha means to tighten or lock. Please meet me in Sukhasana, easy pose. You may sit on a blanket or pillow as it is comfortable. This practice helps direct prana or life force into the Sushumna so that it flows upward. The Sushumna is the pranic pathway in the spine that passes through each chakra. Imagine it like a channel running up your spine like a river of life. This practice is useful for helping to expand awareness. Press your sits bones into the earth. Stack your shoulders over your hips and lengthen your spine. Begin by closing the windows of your eyes and breathe out of the nose. Place the palms of your hands flat on the knees. Exhale as deeply as possible to empty out the lungs. Then hold the breath on the outside. Tuck your chin into your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Then press into the arms and lift the chest like you are taking a false inhalation by expanding the chest. This will raise the diaphragm and allow your belly to become concave. This is Uddiyana Bandha. Stay here as long as you can. Then relax the chest, release Uddiyana Bandha, and release Jalandhara Bandha, and bend the arms. Inhale slowly. This is one round. Relax and return to normal breathing. Then we will try a few more times as it is comfortable for you. Let's try again. Exhale as deeply as possible to empty out the lungs. Then hold the breath on the outside. Tuck your chin into your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Then press into the arms, lift the chest like you are taking a false inhalation by expanding the chest. Hold the breath on the outside. Release Uddiyana. Release Jalandhara. Inhale slowly. Return to normal breathing. We will repeat 3 more times. Exhale as deeply as possible. Then hold the breath on the outside. Tuck your chin into your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Then press into the arms and lift the chest like you are taking a false inhalation by expanding the chest. Hold the breath on the outside. Release Uddiyana. Release Jalandhara. Inhale slowly. Return to normal breathing. Exhale as deeply as possible to empty out the lungs. Then hold the breath on the outside. Tuck your chin into your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Then press into the arms and lift the chest like you are taking a false inhalation by expanding the chest. Hold the breath on the outside. Release Uddiyana. Release Jalandhara. Inhale slowly. Return to normal breathing. Exhale as deeply as possible. Then hold the breath on the outside. Tuck your chin into your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Then press into the arms and lift the chest for the false inhalation. Expand the chest. Hold the breath on the outside. Release Uddiyana. Release Jalandhara. Inhale slowly. Return to normal breathing. Coming back to your body, imagine the room around you with your eyes closed. Slowly and gently open your eyes. For today's practice, we'll be doing a slow flow with a focus on balancing postures. If you have blocks, they will be helpful during this class. Meet me in Sukhasana, easy pose. Tantra is a method to know your divine nature, and therefore the divine nature of everything. One of the goals in Tantra is to surrender. As you practice today, surrender all that does not serve you. Move through each posture in a gentle and conscious way, connecting your mind to your body without judgment. Begin to breathe in and out of your nose using Ujjayi breath, constricting the back of the throat so your breath sounds like an ocean wave. In Tantra Yoga, we use Mula Bandha, which is a slight contraction near the root chakra, like you are gently engaging your low abdominals. Practice this now and feel the difference. We will keep Mula Bandha throughout the practice. Slowly and gently bring your chin to your chest to begin stretching out the neck. Breathing into any tight spots. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and roll your head to the right side, bringing the ear to the shoulder, gently opening up the left side of your neck. Breathe here for 2 to 3 rounds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and gently roll the head to the left side, bringing ear to the shoulder to open up the right side of your neck. Take a few breaths here. On an inhale, slowly roll your head to the back. Using your fingers, gently press on your collarbones to intensify the stretch. Now release and bring your palms to the mat. Then come into all fours or tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, stack your hips over your knees, and keep a long spine. Gaze to the mat. Inhale and create a cat with your spine, pulling your abdominal muscles in and rounding the back. Then gently drop your belly and arch the lower spine for cow, expanding through the chest. Exhale. Inhale and round your spine like a cat. Gently release and contract the lower spine for cow. Exhale. Find some organic movements and infinite shapes here between cat and cow. You may roll your ribs to one side, then the other. Breathe in and breathe out. Be sure to repeat your motions on the opposite side. Then come into Balasana, child's pose. Open your knees wide, bring your toes to touch, bend your knees. Bring your hips towards your heels. Send your tailbone back and lengthen your spine. Reach your arms forward on the mat and spread your fingers wide. Rest your forehead. You can roll it back and forth if that feels nice. Enjoy this gentle opening for the spine. Inhale, tuck the toes, and press through straight arms with the knees bent for reverse chair. Then straighten the knees so there's just a small bend. Exhale. Send your hips back and up for Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Engage your abdominals and pull your front ribs in. Place your hands shoulder-width distance and spread your fingers wide. Press your thumb and forefingers into the mat and keep your neck neutral, gazing back. Slowly and gently lift one heel and then the other, breathing and warming up the back of the legs. On an inhale, step your left hand towards the middle. Then lift your right arm off the ground for a balance test. Extend your fingers towards the opposite wall. Then place it on the ground. Exhale, inhale. Step your right arm towards the middle. Then lift your left arm off the ground and balance, extending the fingers towards the opposite wall. Place it on the ground. Exhale. Now do the same thing with your legs. Inhale and lift your right foot off the ground, keeping the hips square and level. Use your core to maintain a balanced posture. Press through the back heel and flex the foot. Then place it on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and lift your left foot off the ground. Press the heel towards the back wall. Place it on the mat. Exhale. Now we will try with one arm and one foot. Inhale, step your left hand towards the middle. Then lift your right arm off the ground and balance. Maintain stability with your core. Now, lift the left foot off the ground. Breathe out and breathe in. Place both down on the mat. Exhale. Now try the other side. Inhale, step your right hand towards the middle. Then lift your left arm off the ground and balance. Use your core to find stability. Now lift the left foot off the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. Place both on the mat. Exhale. Inhale and lift your right leg off the mat and square your hips. Flex your foot and press to the back wall. Then bend your knee, bring it into the chest, and place your foot on the mat between your hands. Low lunge. Exhale. Use your blocks and place one on each side of the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg and bend the back knee. We will ski back and forth between these two postures several times using your hands on the blocks. Exhale, bend the front knee for low lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg and bend the back knee. Repeat this posture several times. Then inhale, place your hands on the mat and step the foot back for downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg off the mat and square your hips. Flex your foot and press to the back wall. Bend your knee and bring it into the chest. Place your foot on the mat between your hands. Low lunge. Exhale. Use your blocks and place one on each side of the mat. Inhale, straighten the front leg and bend the back knee. Then exhale, bend the front knee for low lunge. Inhale, straighten the front leg and bend the back knee. Ski between these two postures several times. Remove the blocks and place your hands on the mat. Return to downward facing dog. Inhale, take tiny baby steps all the way so that your feet meet your hands. Exhale. Inhale and lift your arms to the sky. Then drop them into prayer position, Samastitahi. Bring your toes to touch. Press the corners of your feet down. Engage your legs. Engage your abdominals. Draw your tailbone down. Lift your chest up. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your back. Lengthen your neck. Breathe in, breathe out. Release the mudra and open palms wide to the front for Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky and clasp the palms, pointing the index finger to the sky. Slowly, move the arms to the right and hips to the left to stretch the left side of the body. Exhale. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, move your arms to the left and hips to the right to stretch the right side of the body. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ground the four corners of your left foot into the mat. Inhale and place the sole of your right foot either next to your ankle or your calf or your opposite thigh. Press your foot and thigh against one another. Square and level your hips forward. Draw your tailbone down and lengthen your spine for Vrksasana, tree pose. Draw your shoulder blades down your back and reach the crown of your head to the sky. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, bring your foot to the mat. Shake out the legs. Ground the four corners of your right foot into the mat. Inhale, place the sole of your foot either next to your ankle or your calf or opposite thigh. Press your foot and thigh against one another. Square and level your hips forward. Draw your tailbone down and lengthen your spine for Vrksasana on the opposite side. Draw your shoulder blades down and reach your crown to the sky. Breathe here. Exhale and bring your foot to the mat. Shake out the legs. Then inhale, lift your right leg over your left leg. Bring your toes behind your standing calf. Squeeze your inner thighs for Garudasana, eagle pose. Lift your chest up. Cross your right arm under your left arm. Wrap your elbows and wrists and bring palms to touch. Gaze forward through your arms. Breathe. Exhale and release. Shake out the legs. Then inhale, lift your left leg over your right leg. Bring your toes behind your standing calf. Squeeze your inner thighs for Garudasana on the opposite side. Lift your chest up. Cross your left arm under your right arm. Wrap your elbows and wrists and bring palms to touch. Gaze forward through your arms. Breathe. Exhale and release. Now, slowly lower into a seated position. and come all the way down onto your back. Inhale, open your knees wide. Grab the inner arches of your feet. Gently pull your knees down. Press your feet straight up. Lengthen your spine and draw your tailbone forward. Bend your elbows out and press your shoulders into the earth. Exhale. Push the back of your head down and gaze up. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Take 3 to 4 rounds of breath here. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your feet to the mat and open your knees wide so your legs are in a diamond position. Bring the soles of your feet together. Lengthen the spine and release the abdominals. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Rest your arms on the mat with palms facing up for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle pose. Release the muscles of your face and option to close your eyes. Breathe. You may take your Savasana here or extend your legs long. Roll your feet out and rest your arms on the mat with palms facing up. Relax your entire body. Close your eyes and return to your natural breath. Clear your mind and allow this time for your body to incorporate the practice. I will guide you out of the posture in 2 minutes. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently roll into a fetus position on your favorite side, resting your head on your arm. Using your arms, press up into Sukhasana. Cross your legs and bring your hands to heart center in prayer position. Thank you very much for practicing with me today. We will do 3 ohms to end practice. Om. Bring your hands to the third eye and bow forward. The light within me sees and honors the light within each of you. Namaste. Please subscribe to my channel for more Tantra and Tarot. Have a blessed and beautiful day.